Have you ever wondered if low porosity hair should be using protein? Well, stay tuned because this video is for you. Alright you guys, I took out my locks last week. Y'all know I did a nice clay detox, but this week I really want to focus on strengthening my strands. So let's get into this wash day and I'll tell you all about if low porosity hair should be using protein. Okay, I'm going to begin with my gloss bars. I wanted to use the Slippery Elm, Hibiscus Aloe, and Hibiscus Fenugreek Aloe gloss bar that I made from about 3 to 4 months ago. They were in my freezer and I just felt like it was time to defrost them and use them. Now these gloss bars have some strengthening properties from the Fenugreek and Slippery Elm, but also some moisture as well because the Fenugreek, Slippery Elm, and Aloe also provide a moisturizing and slippery layer. Now I went in first with about a 1/4 cup of aloe vera juice, and y'all, the mixture was still quite thick. I went and added another about 1/4 to 1/2 cup more, and I just stirred until I got the consistency I like. Now one thing I want to reference is that the bars that contain Fenugreek and Slippery Elm do require a bit more water because those herbs get hydrated and produce that mucilage for incredible slip while applying to our hair. Alright you guys, so this is my hair at the end of the week and it's time for a wash day. So let's go ahead, get my hair soaking wet. One of the things you want to note when you're doing a gloss bar, always apply to soaking wet hair. I'm just showing you here how wonderful and how much mucilage is contained in these bars. I'll go ahead and apply that, y'all. And it's wonderful whether you have low porosity hair or high porosity hair. These bars do provide a bit of strength as well as moisture. To me, they're very well balanced, and yes, low porosity hair can do really well with strengthening herbs, especially ones that help coat the strands and provide a mucilage barrier. Now the mucilage does contain some saccharides and some proteins that coat the strand but don't necessarily penetrate deep like hydrolyzed protein treatments do. So I'm going to start off with this treatment first, apply to my hair, and then steam for about 1 hour to make sure I get all the benefits from these gloss bars.
Thought I met you at the wrong time. Then you caught me on that one night. Girl, I wanna know how this thing get out of my control.
Any leftover hair mask treatment I will put into a plastic bag and pop right back in the freezer. Y'all, I did use 1.5 gloss bars, so I was bound to have some left over. And after I steamed, y'all, my hair feels so soft, curly, and amazing. But you know what? I still want some protein on my hair. So let's get into my Oat Aloe Strengthening Hair Treatment. And let me tell you about low porosity hair and protein. Now, I'm sure we've heard the adage about low porosity hair not needing protein. And here to tell you why, in most cases, this is very, very untrue. So we first need to think about hair and actually what hair is made of. Hair is primarily made up of 2 proteins, which is keratin and collagen. And one thing about proteins we've learned is that they can break down over time. For instance, hair cuticles can become damaged from friction, heat, harsh chemicals, and that outer layer begins to crack, lift, and allows moisture to easily enter but also escape the hair strand. Now when it comes to low porosity hair, while our cuticles do lie more flat, it does not prevent us from having damage or our cuticles being broken, lifted, or separated over time. So when it comes to proteins, you want to be specific about the type of proteins you're using in your regimen. You want to make sure you're looking for hydrolyzed in front of the protein or the amino acid. This just means that the proteins are broken down small enough for your hair shaft to absorb them. Now each protein has a particular weight, which means that some have a low molecular weight versus some have a higher molecular weight. Those with a lower molecular weight tend to be smaller in size and they can penetrate deep inside the hair shaft, really providing that glue to help make our hair strong and lock in moisture. Some of the larger proteins actually act as film forming barriers that also additionally help to lock in layers of moisture and prevent moisture from escaping. So how do you know when or if you should use a protein treatment? If you have low porosity hair and you notice that your hair is losing moisture quite frequently, or you notice that your curls are not as defined and your hair seems to be unusually dry no matter what products you use on it. Now, I've heard the adage as well that I've tried protein and my hair hates protein. I challenge you to look at the ingredients in the products that you used previously to find out what type of protein you used, and then try to find products that don't contain that. For instance, if your hair hates wheat protein, you may find that your hair likes smaller proteins such as silk amino acids or silk proteins, and vice versa. Finding the right protein treatment is key to maximizing moisture and length retention. So what frequency should you be using protein? If you have thin or fine strands, you can do protein about every 6 to 8 weeks. If you have coarse strands, you may do protein treatments less often, such as 8 to 12 weeks. If you have high porosity hair, don't worry, I got y'all too. You may want to use protein treatments every 4 to 6 weeks, as your cuticles are naturally more lifted and you're prone to losing moisture quickly. Let me know down below what are some of your favorite protein treatments. Also, let me know if you have tried my strengthening hair mask, which is protein and moisture balance and a perfect option for those who may not have ever tried a protein treatment. Alright you guys, so I gave myself a nice trim. I gently blew out my hair on cold and then trimmed the ends. And if you guys want to learn more about building an Ayurvedic regimen, check out this video up here. Want to learn more about the gloss bars, check out this video right here. And if you want to learn more about protein, check out the video down below. But that's it for this week. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.